Step into the shadows of real-life mysteries, where the six vices fuel cold-blooded crimes. Forensic truth unveils hidden motives, and justice delivers its verdict. For mind-boggling true crime cases from around the world, like, share, and subscribe to the channel.
On a crisp January morning in 1947, a young mother on her daily walk in Los Angeles discovered something no one could ever forget. Two halves of a body, laid out with surgical precision, in a quiet, vacant lot. This was the crime scene that launched a media firestorm, birthed the gruesome moniker the Black Dahlia, and left a city and a nation haunted for generations. Welcome to my channel, Crime True Cases. Today, we dive into one of America's darkest unsolved mysteries, the murder of Elizabeth Short, known forever as the Black Dahlia. In this video, we'll trace her journey from hopeful Hollywood understudy to tragic crime victim, unpack the chilling forensic details, meet the suspects, and ask the question that still refuses an answer: who killed the Black Dahlia? Let's begin with who Elizabeth Short was, before her name became a national shockwave. Born on July 29, 1924, in Boston, Massachusetts, she was the daughter of a family strained by loss. Her father had died when she was just 6. Despite asthma and delicate health, she dreamed of acting, traveling from Massachusetts to Florida, and, by late 1946, landing in Los Angeles with nothing but suitcase and ambition. She found work as a waitress and lived in transient rooms, always clutching the hope that Hollywood's bright lights would soon flicker on for her. With her striking dark hair and taste for sheer black dresses, Elizabeth carved out a persona that felt simultaneously glamorous and vulnerable. But LA in the 1940s was no safe haven, especially for a young woman alone. January 9, 1947, the last confirmed sighting of Elizabeth Short at the Biltmore Hotel in downtown Los Angeles. Friends say she was untroubled, making small talk before vanishing into the night. January 15th at 6 a.m. in Leimert Park, a distraught mother spots what looks like a mannequin split cleanly at the waist, but this is no display piece. Fingerprints confirm the worst. This was Elizabeth Short. Late that same month, tabloid headlines explode. "Dahlia does it again," snarls the Los Angeles Examiner. And then letters arrive at police stations and newspapers, taunting the detectives with scraps of Elizabeth's belongings. The killer, or someone seeking infamy, signed each note, "The Dahlia Avenger." Since then, over 150 people of interest, dozens of theories, countless leads chased and discarded, and still no one behind bars. Who was Elizabeth Short, really? Behind the eerie photos and black attire was a complex young woman, a survivor of childhood tragedy, uprooted by her father's presumed suicide in 1930. She battled asthma, moved from home to home, and clung to an unwavering hope that Los Angeles could be her salvation. In 1946, she was a waitress by day, an aspiring starlet by night. She cultivated an image: slick hair, signature red lipstick, photo shoots in skimpy outfits. Yet behind that confident facade lay desperation. Money ran out fast. Rooms were cold. And in post-war America, the margin for error was razor thin. The way Elizabeth's body was arranged suggests two truths: brutality and someone with the skill to wield a blade. Her torso was severed at the waist, drained of blood, washed clean, no trickle left behind in Leimert Park. Facial cuts carved from mouth to ears gave her a permanent, grotesque smile, the so-called Glasgow smile, and organs and tissue were repositioned like grotesque props. Investigators found fragments of a cement sack, a partial heel print, even nylon brush bristles. But every piece of evidence suffered contamination. Reporters and onlookers trampled the scene, muddying the forensics before labs could test them. Autopsy confirmed death by cerebral hemorrhage and massive blood loss. Yet no semen, no foreign hairs, only forced ingestion of feces, hinting at torture and rage. It was vile, personal, and surgical. So, who could have done this? Over the years, four names have drawn the most attention, yet none were charged. First, Dr. George Hodel, a respected LA physician whose own son, Steve, recorded him saying, "Supposing I did kill the Black Dahlia." The tape raised eyebrows, yet critics call it circumstantial. Then there's Jack Wilson, a small-time criminal who confessed in the 1990s, but his story unraveled under polygraph. Another theory points to Norman Chandler and mobster Bugsy Siegel, an alleged jealous mob hit that dissolves under scrutiny. Finally, Leslie Dillon, a hospital orderly with rudimentary anatomical knowledge, yet he had no alibi placing him in Los Angeles. More than 20 people confessed. Each craved the spotlight, each recanted. To this day, no DNA match, no indictment, no courtroom. Why has the case remained frozen in time? Partly because the crime scene was compromised before evidence protocols existed. Photographers stamped footprints. Reporters pocketed scraps. Once pristine clues turned into confusing red herrings. Media sensationalism played its part. Tabloid slop like Dahlia does it again, often eclipsed solid leads. And the sheer gore fueled a national obsession, distracting from real police work. The anatomical theory contends that only someone with medical training could slice with such precision. Yet skeptics argue a determined amateur could learn enough from butcher manuals or reckless experimentation. Today, genetic genealogy and advanced DNA recovery whisper new hope, if any of that old evidence still holds viable cells. But decades of mishandling mean every breakthrough feels like a long shot. From the pages of true crime novels to the silver screen, the Black Dahlia has fueled creative firestorms. James Ellroy's novel, The Black Dahlia, reimagined the gruesome tale in shadowy noir. Brian De Palma's 2006 film, The Black Dahlia, brought the story back to theaters, starring Josh Hartnett and Scarlett Johansson.
I can do that.
And TNT's miniseries, Eye on the Night, explored George Hodel's murky legacy. Podcasts, documentaries, museum exhibits, even guided tours of Leimert Park invite fans to retrace the killer's steps. Every new generation rediscovers a horror and glamour, searching for closure that still eludes us. Today, the LA Police Department lists the Dahlia murder as inactive. The FBI tags it cold case. But the public's fascination burns brighter than ever. Forensic labs tout new touch DNA and isotope analysis methods that could resurrect evidence once thought useless. Steve Hodel continues to press his theory against official silence. Sleuths across online forums exchange theories at midnight. And each January 15th, amateur historians gather at the crime site, searching for clues in the chill of dawn. So, what really happened to Elizabeth Short? Was she prey to a sadistic killer with medical skill, or an ambitious amateur seeking infamy? Will the truth ever emerge in the tangle of rumors, tainted evidence, and decades of speculation? If you enjoyed this deep dive, hit that like button, subscribe for more global true crime mysteries, and let us know in the comments which Black Dahlia theory grabs the most and why. And if you're a new viewer, don't miss our next episode when we tackle the Zodiac Killer's Code and one of America's greatest unsolved ciphers. Thank you for joining us. Until next time, keep your eyes open, your mind curious, and remember, every mystery has a story waiting to be told.
Step into the shadows of real-life mysteries, where the six vices fuel cold-blooded crimes. Forensic truth unveils hidden motives, and justice delivers its verdict. For mind-boggling true crime cases from around the world, like, share, and subscribe to the channel.